While the world gets louder, more stressed, and emotionally exhausted, cat lovers quietly choose peace.
But what does psychology reveal about people who truly love cats?
The answer might be hidden in psychology, and it's more surprising than you think.
Okay, stop scrolling for just a second, because literally nobody is talking about this, and it is finally time we set the record straight. Welcome to This Explainer. I am so excited you're here with us today, because we are taking on a massive cultural myth. I mean, you already know the stereotype, right? We've all heard it a million times. People automatically picture the quiet loner or the classic crazy cat lady. Society has basically painted this picture that preferring the company of cats somehow makes you antisocial, weird, or intensely isolated. But I am here to tell you that those outdated labels are completely wrong, and we're going to dismantle them piece by piece today.
Subscribe now to Motive #4, because the next video might change the way you see life forever.
So let me ask you, have you ever been asked if you're just a crazy cat person? Have you ever felt that annoying need to defend yourself when someone finds out you have a cat? Or, maybe 3? It's kind of become this inside joke among cat owners at this point. We just sort of nod and accept that people think we're a little bit eccentric. But what if I told you that your preference for felines isn't just some random, quirky personality trait? What if there's actual hard science behind why you feel so incredibly connected to that little creature sleeping on your keyboard right now?
Well, guess what? Science says the whole crazy cat person stereotype is total nonsense. I really want you to drop the idea that loving cats is just a quirk. Instead, we need to look at it as this fascinating window into your literal biology and exactly how your specific brain processes the world. Your love for cats is tied to the way your mind is wired, the way you regulate your emotions, and how you interact with your environment. It's deep, it's biological, and honestly, it's incredibly cool.
All right, let's dive into Section 1, the roommate dynamic, and how it's all about seeking regulation. Think about the typical pet dynamic for a moment. Some people want a pet that treats them like the absolute center of the universe. You know the type. They want the jumping, the constant validation, that immediate, chaotic physical reaction the second they walk through the front door. But on the flip side, we have the cat person's approach. We just want a roommate. We want someone who is independent, beautifully unimpressed by us, and totally fine with a little bit of distance. We aren't looking for a cheerleader in our living room. We're looking for an equal who kind of just has their own life going on. I actually want to slow down for just a second here because this quote is absolutely crucial. It's the core of the whole cat person experience. We're not looking for adoration, we're looking for regulation. Let that sink in for a minute. Cat people aren't out here adopting pets because they need constant attention or some kind of ego boost. They're seeking a companion that brings a genuine sense of emotional regulation to their environment. It's all about balancing the energy in the room rather than hyping it up. Moving right along to Section 2, cat person traits, and what this actually says about who you are. Okay, so here is a truly fun fact that personality research has uncovered. Psychologists use all these different metrics to measure human personality, and one of the really big ones is called openness. Well, as it turns out, cat lovers consistently score way higher in this specific trait. We're talking about a quantifiable, scientifically measured tendency to be highly creative, deeply curious, and entirely comfortable with ambiguity. So this isn't just about liking pets, this is literally about how your mind organizes reality. So, what does high openness actually mean for how your brain processes the world on a daily basis? Well, first off, it means you're highly creative and naturally curious. But more importantly, you are totally comfortable with the weird. You don't need things to be strictly black and white. While the average person might crave simple, easy answers, you actually kind of enjoy the ambiguity of life. You're perfectly fine navigating complicated, layered situations. And honestly, considering how mysterious and unpredictable cats can be, it makes perfect sense that a brain comfortable with ambiguity would seek out a feline companion. Now, we definitely need to address the other side of the personality coin here. Yes, the data shows that cat owners might score a little lower on extroversion. But, and this is a massive but, lower extroversion is absolutely not the same thing as social incompetence. The old stereotype assumes that if you aren't a massive extrovert, you must lack social skills. That's just completely false. Scoring lower on extroversion simply means your energy flows inward. You don't confuse noise with intimacy. You don't need a super loud, chaotic environment just to feel connected to the beings around you.
And that leads us to this beautiful concept. For us, the ultimate flex is coexistence without performance. Think about how incredibly liberating that is. It's the ability to sit in the exact same room as someone else without that exhausting, draining pressure to keep a conversation going. You don't have to perform. You don't have to entertain. You can just be. And your cat is doing the exact same thing across the room. It's just a really profound level of mutual respect.
Okay, Section 3. This is where it gets a little wild. Let's look at biology and parasites, the physical body.
So let's talk about the actual biological grounding mechanism of owning a cat. Because here's the craziest part that nobody ever tells you. A cat's purr isn't just some cute little sound they make when they're happy. It is a literal, functional tool that actively alters your physical state. It's basically a biohack sitting right there on your sofa.
Here is exactly what happens during what we call the purr effect. A cat's purr operates at specific, steady, low frequencies. When you're near those frequencies, or, when your cat is just sitting right on your chest, it physically causes your stress hormones to drop. It literally slows your breathing down to match that steady hum. Imagine a sensitive person who has spent their entire day masking, self-monitoring, and navigating the high-stress environment of a modern workplace. Coming home to that low-frequency purr is sometimes the absolute only thing that restores your humanity and brings your nervous system back to a baseline of peace.
Oh, and then there is this wild piece of science. There's an actual theory in the scientific community about a tiny parasite called Toxoplasma gondii. The theory suggests that this microscopic organism might literally be subtly tweaking our human brains, altering our neurochemistry just enough to make us like cats more. I mean, it sounds like complete science fiction, right? But honestly, even if it is true, if being a quote-unquote cat zombie means I get to have a brilliant, low-maintenance roommate who totally doesn't care if I've showered today, yeah, count me in. It's absolutely worth it.
So let's bring it all together into Section 4, Ultimate Coexistence, and build out that final profile.
When we summarize everything we've just learned, we get this definitive cat-person profile. You value autonomy, both yours and your pet's. You prefer earned affection. You don't want a companion who just loves everyone by default. You want to actually earn that trust. And most importantly, you operate on a very high inner rhythm. You aren't cold, and you definitely aren't antisocial. You just have this rich, complex internal world that simply doesn't require constant external validation.
So the absolutely crucial point is this. At the end of the day, we need to completely flip that initial stereotype on its head. Cat people are not lonely, crazy hermits. As the science actually shows us, you are among the most emotionally regulated, intensely creative humans in any given room. You understand boundaries, you appreciate complexity, and you know exactly how to find peace in a very noisy world.
Which brings us to our final and probably most pressing question of the day. Is your cat currently sitting there silently judging you for watching this explainer? I mean, yeah, probably. But honestly, that's exactly why we love them. Hey, if you found this breakdown as fascinating as I did, hit that follow button right now, and I want you to drop your independent roommate's name down in the comments. Let's show everyone exactly how proud we are of the science behind being a cat person. Thanks so much for learning with me, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.
Thank you for spending these moments with Motive #4, where psychology, mindset, and life lessons come together. If this video made you think differently, feel understood, or see life in a new way, you're in the right place.
Subscribe to Motive #4 and join a growing community awareness and becoming mentally stronger every day.